views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Open, the one and only show that opens up the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B, and Open's Channel 67. We have a fantastic show lined up for you today. In fact, coming up on today's show, in the spirit of giving, we'll discuss giving back to veterans and youth in our community. Plus, we'll be joined by a pastor with information on free meals for the upcoming holiday. He does a great job out there, too, him and the whole crew. And then later on, we'll hear about volunteering and what other ways we can serve the community. And then after that, together, we'll discuss what we can do to help the spirits of our seniors during this holiday season. And later on, well, we'll discuss stress management, as we are joined in the studio by local yoga professionals. All this and more is headed your way because we are now open. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. She said, "Two." I got you. You're watching Open, the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media, BronxNet TV. Leading things off, recently there was an event dedicated to veterans, and soon there's going to be a Thanksgiving meal to go along with it, a distribution for the community and youth. These events are made possible through a group effort and volunteers. Here to help us with the more and the organization of it all as a young lady who's been here. She was a producer, Bharati Kemraj, and recent veteran honoree Santiago Caceres.
Hello,
welcome you to the show. Hello.
How are you?
Good. So you guys have been doing some great things in the community.
Yes, well, through our Hindu temple, it's been around for 21 years. I started the Bharati Dance Academy and the Bharati Foundation, and by collaborating with the community, all of our sponsorship that comes on board allows us to put out the events and activities for the community and youth free of charge. So recently we had Foliage and Fun, a tribute to our veterans, and Santiago was one of our honorees, and it was just an event for the kids with activities, and we had 3 amazing honorees, and we recognize the veterans because we want to thank them for the service that they did for our country and what they continue to do in the neighborhood. And we lit candles for those who are no longer with us, and we prayed for the ones that are still serving, and for our veterans that were with us, it was a day of thanking them. And Santiago has been doing amazing work through his organization, and he considers himself as a vetrepreneur, which is a new term that I'm learning about. A vetrepreneur.
Oh,
he is a vet, and he's an entrepreneur, and doing his thing with Selfie Creations.
Yes, Santiago Caceres.
Caceres, yes.
Yeah. You're also with the U.S. Coast Guards.
Yes, I was in the 4 years active duty, U.S. Coast Guard. I'm still in the reserves until 2019. But it was a great experience being active duty, doing the great things, doing the work of the vast missions that we do, not only here at home, but abroad as well.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
Now, how did you guys come together?
Through
Social media?
and social media as well.
Recently I noticed that a lot more people are reaching out for things that they need or they want, and if I can't do it personally, I usually try to ask our contacts, and Santiago was there, so he saw firsthand. A lot of our sponsorship came in donation and different items that were needed for the community, and through that we're able to do a lot more. But we happened to meet on social media, mutual friends, met in person, and then he was a part of our Diwali, our 21st annual Diwali celebration, the Festival of Lights for the Hindu community.
Yes.
And he was there providing his services free of cost. So everybody got to take
That's
their
always a good
selfie
thing,
at the
free of
booth,
cost.
and it's just an amazing time because over the years we've done a lot of different events. We've had Bollywood in the Bronx with the Westchester Square bed. We've done books for Bharati, which is where we give out free books and pajamas. And we do book reading with the cops and PSA 8 members because we want the community to be engaged. We want them to look at each other for support. And through Selfie Creations, which is a photo booth that Santiago started, business that he started with his wife and kids, he's able to run his business, go to school because of the different programs that are there, for the veterans, and he's still able to give back by sponsoring various events and activities.
And how did you get involved in what you're doing?
Well, my original goal after leaving active duty was going to school for a little bit and then pursuing a career in law enforcement. Once my kids talked me out of it, my wife as well, it just happened to come along. I just happened to hear by chance one day something about a photo booth business. I did my research. A month later, I was in business, and one thing that I always wanted to do, if I ever had the opportunity, was to give back to the community that gave me so much and taught me so much and helped me out in every step of the way. So by doing this, I always, whoever needs a hand with their not-for-profits or community organization, anything that's for a good cause, I'm willing to help.
And then Bharati came to you, she said, you know what, let's go to BronxNet. You said, oh, I know BronxNet.
Of course.
I've been watching BronxNet for a long time.
Right, I grew up in the Bronx. I've been here since I was 6 years old. My family immigrated from Peru, and you know, my entire life here in New York. Bronx.
All right. So you guys have an event coming up, or
Yes,
you had it?
Saturday, November 25th, 2 days after Thanksgiving, we figure, why stop the giving?
Yeah.
We're going to have Thanksgiving to-go meals where we pack over 100 meals. Last year was very successful. We had people crying, and it's not just a little meal. We have sandwich, fried rice, chow mein, chicken, cookies, even vegetarian meals, and we give out water and juice for the kids who are there. And we put a table out in the community, and last year we did it by Assemblyman Luis Sepulveda's office, 1973 Westchester Avenue.
You're gonna
we're
all the
going to
food, or
provide
people are gonna bring
everything.
food?
No, we're packing.
Can we bring leftovers?
No, this is fresh
Leftovers
cooked
taste
food.
really good 2 days
I
after
know,
Thanksgiving.
but you know, this is because we want to give. So we have a collaborative effort. We have people who are donating, people are buying and purchasing things that you know want to give back
This
to
is
the
really great.
community.
Yeah.
So November 25th from 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. in front of Assemblyman Luis Sepulveda's office, which is located at 1973 Westchester Avenue. We will be having Thanksgiving to-go meals, and we're packing these trays and we're giving people. Last year was so successful. We had the clergy member Bishop David Maldonado and his team and Tony Herbert coming down from Brooklyn just to help out because they saw a post on social media. So anyone's that wants to help out or give a hand, or you don't have something to give, but just come help us out. You know, we're going to be there.
It is. You know, one of the paradoxes
we had
of
members
life. You
crying.
get by giving.
Yes.
That's
We
how
had
you do
hands
it.
on deck.
Yeah, all
Yes.
hands on deck.
All hands on deck, as we
You
say
can tell
it.
you with the Coast Guards.
Can't get rid of that
Come out, Rob.
terminology.
Thank you so much.
And you know what? I'll eat heavy for one day, and I'll try to hold back for a couple of days, and then
Make space.
come
Yeah, but it's a time of giving, and our community is very diverse, so we want to make sure that we showcase our own culture and do what we have to do individually, but we can come together at the end of the day to serve other people.
I like it. I
That's
like
what it's
it.
all about.
Now, is this the only thing you guys have once a year?
Once a
For
year
now,
we do
because
this.
you just got
But we
together
do
on this.
almost two, again, it's a collaborative effort, so wherever we could pull Santiago in the selfie booth, creation booth there. But we have at least 2 events a month that happens in different areas of the community, and we try to keep that going. So this is all November. And December, we have a whole bunch of events coming up.
you have a
So
whole
we'll tell you about that later.
Well, tell me about Bollywood. How did that go?
So I've been doing Bollywood in the Bronx for a very long time. It's, it comes from the South Asian film industry. It's my culture that I want to showcase to people, but I've been doing a health aspect
And your
of
culture
it.
is?
Hinduism.
Hinduism.
And,
you go like this, the God in me
namaste.
recognizes the God in you.
Yes, that's our namaste greeting. But I do the Bollywood dance, and I started incorporating the workouts with the seniors. And it's just an amazing feeling because I get to share my passion and my culture to others. But it's also more than just dancing. It's
And when you
moving your
stepped into
body
it,
and
how did that
staying
feel
healthy.
for you?
For a Diwali festival, he saw a whole array of colors.
Yes, it was an experience. It was fun. It's beautiful to see all the different cultures coming together, Sikhs, Hindus, and awesome experience.
That's good. So this is you've been putting some wonderful things together. Where can we go for more information on
Well,
what you're doing?
anyone who wants to
what's coming
find
up?
out more, they can check us out on social media. I have Bollywood Bharati on Instagram, but Bharati Kemraj, my first and last name, at gmail.com. And they can check out Santiago by going to his website, which is
www.selfiecreationsny.com.
Selfiecreationsny.com.
Yes, and also check us out on Instagram, selfiecreationsny, and as well as on Facebook.
Want to give thanks?
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there, to our family and friends, and all around the world. We love you, and may your day be magical.
There you go. Give them a big hand, everybody. Santiago Caceres and Bharati Kemraj. I never used to say her name right when she was producer. I used to jam your name up, but I got you now.
Yes.
But thank you guys so much for all the wonderful work that you're
Thank
doing
you
in
for
the
having us.
community.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving
Same
to
to
you.
you,
all
Same to
right?
you.
We got to take a quick break right here, but we'll be right back. But look at a free holiday event. Check it out. The Giants won their first home game this season. Give the Giants a big round of applause, everybody. It was on Sunday. And our very own sports insider, Bobby C, was there to get all the reaction. Let's take a look.
This is Bobby C reporting from MetLife Stadium. It may be a lost season record-wise for Big Blue, but the Giants, they summoned some pride on Sunday against the 6-3 Kansas City Chiefs, beating KC in overtime by a field goal. The Giants may have come into the game with only one win this season, but their defense came up big on Sunday, keeping pace with the high-powered offense of the Kansas City Chiefs.
We just played our defense, what we do best and what we know best, and how we know how to play fast. And from that point on, we just flew around.
We definitely just came together. That was a big thing this week. Just we're a family. Everybody had us down and out, and nobody gave us a chance to win this game. We just put our blinders on and looked straight ahead with each other, and we got it done.
Wide receiver Roger Lewis Jr. set up the field goal in overtime with a near touchdown.
Feels great. It feels great. Nobody believed in us. Nobody believed in us to win this game, and it feels great. It's a team win.
It was a gusty day at MetLife Stadium, but field goal kicker Aldrich Rosas found the uprights in overtime.
I was ready to hit it. At the end of the day, we didn't go, and I was behind Coach McAdoo and the team 100%. Everybody else who talks or whatever, we kind of let them talk. We're over here doing us, so it's a great team win for us, and in all three phases.
And welcome back, everybody. And this week, Real Life Church, they're going to be hosting their free Thanksgiving dinner. They do it all the time. And here to discuss the details, please welcome Pastor Reggie Stutzman.
Hey.
You've been doing this for a while now.
A long
When
time.
we first met, you had the long lines of people out there.
Yep.
But now you're doing much, much more.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you. This is our 8th year.
Yeah, wow.
And in fact, we were doing it under our church, and then it was getting to a point where we needed to get more, so I formed a nonprofit called the Prodigal Center.
Yeah,
as a charitable nonprofit, just so we could get more and do more in the community, especially in Hunts Point and West Farms, and that whole area is so many people in need, and so we want to help meet that need.
And when you always want to put something together and you come up with a name, you think of, why am I using this name? What did God say to you about using this particular name?
You know how it is when you're trying to figure things out, and just to get 501c3 and all that, but really the prodigal is that great story that Jesus taught about of the lost son, and when he came to himself and realized that my father's servants live better than this, and maybe I could go back, and when he went back, his father was there waiting with open arms. So we just have that whole mentality that no matter where you're at in life, you can always come home.
Yeah.
and the Lord will always receive you.
That's why we have the name,
the Prodigal Center.
Yeah. So. And you know what? You feed a lot of people during Thanksgiving, but you operate all year round with the nonprofit.
Yeah, now we are. So every Thanksgiving, we're feeding 900 people a full sit-down dinner. It's a hot dinner, restaurant style, no numbers and all that. You come in, and we have amazing volunteers that have signed up. We have over 100 people that have signed up to volunteer, so we're good on volunteers,
Yeah,
but we
we're good
need
on
people to come and eat.
volunteers.
But yeah, and then people can get free clothes and free toiletries.
Yeah.
And it's at the Point in Hunts Point, 940 Garrison Avenue, from 11 to 3 o'clock. And people can come and eat. You can eat 3-4 times if you want to.
Yeah.
Just come and have a great time, because we're really pushing, because, you know, Bob, I want to run out of food.
Yeah.
I don't
The
want
only
any
way you run
leftovers.
out of food is if people eat it.
Exactly.
That's right.
So, but then we opened a pantry on Tiffany and Spofford, 709 Tiffany, that the Prodigal Center operates Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 11 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And people can get a pantry bag and free clothes and toiletries. And we just did kind of a soft open in the month of October. We have this mechanic shop that we were given by a great group of people called Maker's Point.
Yeah.
And so
A mechanic shop?
an old mechanic shop that we flipped into a pantry.
Yes, yes.
We painted the walls and floors, and just it's a pop-up pantry that Maker's Point made possible for us. And so we serviced over 111 people just in October alone.
Wow.
With pantry and clothing bags. So we're doing that all during the week, and then Thanksgiving Day. But then we have another thing. On Tuesday, we're giving out 250 turkeys and grocery bags at 788 Southern Boulevard at New Seasons
All these
Church.
addresses, wait, 788
Southern Boulevard at New Seasons Church from 1 to 3 o'clock. That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
250 turkeys and 250 grocery bags from the Prodigal Center. And Roadway Moving Company is providing the 250 turkeys.
Oh,
so
great.
It's unbelievable how people just want to be a part of helping other people out. So I know a lot of people have come from Puerto Rico to the Bronx and so forth, and just a lot of people in need. So we're here to help any way we can.
That's great. There's a lot of things. I'm making appearances at a lot of these different things.
We'd love to have
I'm
you.
picking up turkeys today, too.
Okay.
From a location through my foundation. So
okay.
We're all going to be out there. We're all brothers in love, right?
We sure are. We sure are.
And I'm going to try to stop by this 940 Garrison Avenue.
Yeah. So
what time does that start?
From 11 to 3 o'clock.
That's
and
11
we
to
can
3.
feed 900 people, and we want to run out of food. So come, tell your family, friends.
I can make that announcement again later on?
Please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great,
And we want to run out of food. So
tell us about the Real Life, the church.
Real Life Church is what we all, was really the foundation to all of this. And so my wife and I planted Real Life Church 8 years ago in Hunts Point.
Remember you came from out of town. Where did you come from again?
Minneapolis. 20 years ago.
Yes,
20 years ago. So,
wow.
Yeah, and then I lived in Arizona and Tennessee for a while, and now New York City, married here, 3 kids here, and, there's no place like New York City. So.
And no place like the Bronx.
That's
You clip
right.
your heels
That's
when you
right.
go away.
That's right. The strong survive.
Yeah, there you go. So your church.
Yeah, we meet at the Point, 940 Garrison, every Sunday at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And just have word and worship and fellowship and just learn about who Christ is and what he can do in our lives.
Yeah. Wow. Can you hit us with a Thanksgiving prayer?
Sure, I'd be honored to. Father, we thank you for all that you've done in our lives. We thank you, Lord, that you are the one who supplies all of our needs, who meets all of our needs, who guides us, who leads us. And Lord, I pray for all those that are out there today watching this, that you would strengthen them, encourage them, and bless them, that they would feel the love of God and that they would know that Jesus Christ died on the cross for their sins. And Lord, I thank you for today and how good you are to us. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
All right. So with your foundation and with the church and everything, there's a number of programs that go along with what you're doing.
Yeah.
What happens after Thanksgiving and after Christmas?
We're going to do a coat drive with New York Cares. So I'm glad they're here. We signed up with them. We're doing a toy drive. So people can go to theprodigalcenter.org for more information. But
on everything that you're doing?
On basically everything we're doing. So, but come Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving Day.
Eat your heart out.
940 Garrison Avenue from 11 to 3.
Yep, you got it.
Don't leave any food behind.
Nope, no food, no man behind. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, God bless you.
You too.
All right, we have to take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next. Thank you.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate. It's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? it's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Every Monday night at 9, we talk to the borough's movers and shakers about the latest in Bronx politics, education, healthcare, arts and culture, and literally any and everything that's important to the people of the Bronx. There's a reason why Bronxites have been turning to Bronx Talk for more than 20 years, because Bronx Talk is about you and me, the people of the Bronx. So we'll see you Monday night at 9.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
And welcome back. Hey, one way to give back to our community is through volunteer work. Yep. And our next guest is from New York Cares. We work with them a lot throughout the years. He's joined us for a look at the organization and the upcoming holiday volunteer opportunities. We welcome Nick Mason to the show. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And congratulations, you just received your master's.
I did, yes,
yeah,
I did.
Just from the new school.
Just from the new school downtown, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and thank you for having me back today.
Yeah, and we do a number of things throughout the years. I think we have something coming up. It's at Bay Plaza Mall.
Bay Plaza Mall, yes, WBLS. Yes, they're hosting a Spread the Warmth event for our annual coat drive, which we have just kicked off a few days ago.
All right, so I know I've been reading that on the air for a couple of weeks now. But you're here to talk about this coat drive that you're doing. You do a number of things. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so last time I was here to talk about our 30th anniversary, which was
another congratulations.
Yes, I know. New York Cares has been serving the city, serving everyone in the 5 boroughs for the last 30 years, and we received such a warm sort of recognition from the whole city and the city's elected officials. It was wonderful, but that warmth that we were all feeling during the summer is gone, and winter is definitely here. So we have coats on the brain. And we have been running the city's largest winter coat drive for the last 29 years. And in that time, we have collected and distributed over 1.8 million winter coats to people who need them, which is pretty wild. But this year we are back to collect. Our goal this year is 125,000 coats. It's a huge number, right? So we set that number based on the requests for coats from all of our community partners. And they make requests all throughout the fall in anticipation of meeting the needs of their constituents come winter.
So how does that look? You have your community partners set up different events throughout the city.
Yeah.
And then you have a truck that comes by and picks it up at the end of the day.
Yeah, so the way that it works, so getting involved in the coat drive, there's a couple of ways to get involved. So first and foremost, you can donate a coat. Which is that's what it's all about. So you can starting from today through December 31st, you can donate a new or gently used coat at one of over 300 drop-off locations citywide. So that includes every New York City police precinct, participating Queens Library locations, and major transit hubs like Penn Station and Grand Central Terminal. So if you want a full list of all of our drop-off locations, you can visit our website and find that there.
I remember doing a location with you years ago. It was at the Jamaica Station.
Oh, sure.
Archer Avenue, yeah.
Yes,
With mountains of coats. It was like crazy.
Oh,
People
it's
were coming by.
I mean, if you think about it, last year we collected 109,000 coats, which is great. And so we're pushing our goal a little bit farther, and we know we can do it. So I mean, that's why I'm here today. To call on the generosity of all New Yorkers to help keep your neighbors warm this winter.
So if somebody wants to get involved, if they have an organization and they want to start something, what do they do?
That's right, yeah. So first and foremost, you can donate a coat. The second way to get involved is you can start your own collection. So you can visit our website, newyorkcares.org/coats, and you can register your own collection. You will receive materials or receive instructions, tips, and posters, so you can rally the support of your friends and family and coworkers to, and then towards the end of the drive, you can take whatever coats you're able to collect and drop them off at our coat drive warehouse, which is conveniently located near Penn Station.
Yeah.
Wow. And the last way of getting involved, and I think this is pretty much the easiest way to get involved, is texting to give. So if you don't have a coat to give this winter, if you don't have an extra coat to give this winter, you can text the word coat to 41444 and make a $20 donation. With $20, you can buy a coat for a New Yorker in need, a brand new coat.
Yeah, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Text a coat. That's great.
Yeah, and I mean, and speaking of the text to give, Giving Tuesday is just around the corner. So after Black Friday and Cyber Monday, on Giving Tuesday, to help make sure that we meet our goal of 125,000 coats, Bank of America is generously matching every donation made on that day.
Wow.
Yeah. So
big up, kudos to Bank of America.
Yeah, we're really happy to be partnering with them again this year. So so if you are planning on giving, just wait a little bit, wait till Giving Tuesday and double up on that day.
There you go. All right. And we can go to your website for more information on everything that's happening. And you have a number of events coming up. Did you mention those?
We've got a lot of events coming up, especially things tied to the coat drive. I mean, we've got the WBLS Spread the Warmth.
Sure.
We've got an event at Citi Field with the Mets. We've got plenty of events. Opportunities for people to bring their coats out. And
everything's on the website.
Everything is on the website.
And you can just pick your choice.
That's right, yeah. As well as
your choice.
Yep, as well as our monthly volunteer opportunities are all there on our website.
Yeah, you need volunteers.
Always, yes, we always need volunteers. So, I mean,
maybe you can borrow some of the pastor's volunteers.
Well, we've got Coats on the Brain right now. I mean, we never stop trying to connect, New Yorkers with volunteer opportunities throughout the city. So you can just visit our website, register to volunteer, and find out about, what all the opportunities to give throughout the city.
All right, Nick Mason, everybody, thank you so much for all that you guys do.
Thank you for having me.
We could, well, you send your stuff to?
NewYorkCares.org. What?
NewYorkCares.org?
Yeah.
NewYorkCares.org. You're going to say something else. But I do see that you have digital marketing media and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Along with them.
Oh, yeah. You can visit. You can find out more information about New York Cares and how to give back on our social media. On Instagram, we're NY Cares, and on Twitter and Facebook, we're New York Cares.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much.
Of course.
All right. We'll have to take a quick break right here, but coming up, we'll discuss more on how you can prepare this holiday season. But first, the Shadow League organization, they held a gala with the goal to highlight those who have excelled behind the scenes in sports. So let's take a look.
We're here at the 4th Annual Shadow League Awards, where they are honoring those who are blazing trails and making their stamp in the sports arena.
The event, hosted by Buick, shines a light on individuals making successful strides in the industry, but not always covered by mainstream media. Founder Keith Clint-Scales talks about the mission of the Shadow League and the mark they've made so far.
Well, I think this is our 4th year doing the awards, and it gives us an opportunity to go ahead and hone in on folks that are not only working with sports, but finding more ways to get everybody involved. The involvement of people having more ways to work behind the scenes is the main thing we're trying to work towards.
Well, I think what we do is we focus on everything to a cultural perspective. So we're not interested in scores and statistics. You go to other sites to see that. We really want to go behind the score. We want to go past the field and find out what are the real stories, human stories, stories of social issues, race, etc., all within sports, because they hold this intimate relationship that not a lot of the sites can talk about, but we can.
Absolutely. So we've been a partner of the Shadow League for the past 2 years. We've done all kind of engagements from Final Four to college football playoff. And these awards right here, they really are very significant to us, those unsung heroes.
This year's unsung heroes were Richard Cho, the first Asian American general manager in the NBA, Andrea Williams, first African American woman to lead a Division I conference as the Big Sky Commissioner, and two-time Olympian gold medalist and the women's WBC and IBF super middleweight champion, Claressa Shields.
You know, I try to inspire the young generation coming up, and I want them to see me and see that we can make it. You know, I'm from Flint, Michigan. You know, I grew up and I went through a lot of things, but I was able to overcome it and become successful. You know, and I want them to know that they can do that. Just believing in God, believing in something, you know, and then you can be even bigger than what I am.
And it's so important for the work that they've done in terms of recognizing people of color in sports. Right now, I'm the only female, African-American female that's a Division I conference commissioner. But beyond that, of the 32, there's only 10 females total. So to be able to tell our stories, to show that where we have success as women is so important and so empowering for other individuals who one day hope to do the things that we do.
Anytime you can be a role model, for younger people, I think it's important. One thing I always tell law students when I speak at law schools or MBA students is that if I can do it, anybody can do it.
To find out more about the Shadow League and to stay updated on their stories, just log on to theshadowleague.com. For BronxNet, I'm Veronica Guiti.
And welcome back. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee. As we prepare for the upcoming holiday season, our next guests join us to make sure we do not forget about the many seniors in our community. Andrea Wang Castaneda is here with Natalie Silva. And we're here with the Visiting Nurse Services of New York to tell you all about the work that they're doing to combat senior depression in our community. We welcome you guys.
Thank you.
Now, you know, you don't hear too much about senior depression, but seniors get depressed like everybody else. Yeah.
More so, even.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, Andrea, would you like to?
Well, especially around the holiday season.
Yeah.
We struggle here in the 5 boroughs with transportation. It's getting darker earlier. The weather starts to change, and it really limits our seniors from pursuing activities that they would normally when the weather's a little bit better. So going to the senior center might be a little bit more difficult. Making it out to medical appointments is extremely difficult for many of our seniors with limited physical abilities.
So a lot of them have to stay indoors maybe sometimes, especially if the weather's bad.
Especially once the weather starts to turn.
And then you guys go visit them at their homes?
So essentially, our programs we're from the in-home geriatric mental health program.
Yeah.
And
I'm from the Geriatric Mental Health Initiative Program.
From Visiting Nurse Services of New York. So we are the nonprofit sector of Visiting Nurse, and what we do is provide free supportive counseling, assessments, and mental health services for seniors over 60 who reside in the Bronx.
Oh,
yeah, I think important to repeat what she said about it's grant funded by the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, as well as the City Council, which basically means it's free, no insurance required, which is pretty cool and special because you don't find that often. They don't have that in other areas.
And when we actually say free of charge, it really is. We don't request insurance information to provide our services directly.
That's great. How can you tell if a senior is depressed or needs help with depression?
When we go in the home, we provide a comprehensive assessment. So a lot of questions are asked, but some of the signs that we look for immediately have there been changes in appetite, sleeping patterns, low mood, low affect.
Yeah.
If they show that they're having, little to no interest in getting involved and doing things that they normally do, those are big signs to look for.
And they're depressed if it lasts more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
It's usually depression if it's lasting more than 2 weeks consecutively.
Yeah.
I mean, we all feel sad and blue every once in a while, but it's when there's a pattern, it's when we really request that our seniors get assistance.
So then what happens after that if you upon finding out that someone's depressed?
So I'll describe my program a little bit. It's for homebound seniors, 55 and up. So actually not seniors, older adults, 55 years of age and up. And they have to be homebound. And so we go in and we assess. And my program provides long-term counseling, supportive counseling and therapy. So basically, it's sort of open-ended. It involves a lot of talk therapy. And we go from there. They can set goals if they want to work on, or we can just kind of take it week by week. And Andrew's is a little bit different, right?
Mine is a little bit different. We're 6 to 8 weeks short-term supportive counseling, and my program doesn't require our seniors to actually be homebound, which is a nice change, especially in the wintertime. We get the most of our referrals around this time of the season because individuals who are usually very active may need short-term supportive services only during this time of the year.
So you mentioned referrals. Somebody has to call you and let you know that there's a problem somewhere.
Our referrals can come from anywhere. We do self-referrals, so our seniors can call directly and say that I would like services. Or
could be a family member.
Could be a family member or a provider, like a doctor, a social worker, a healthcare professional who may be interacting on a different level with our seniors.
How'd you guys get involved in this?
I've been working with the older adult population for some time now. I actually started out in doing hospice work, and then my path has sort of led me to this. And I love the one-on-one clinical work with older adults.
From hospice to?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's similar. You would not think it is, but it is, because it's still older adults that all have similar problems, and it's a lot of.
It's something that you just love to do. You love to help seniors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I do. I can't speak for her, but.
Yeah. Well, I can tell that both of you guys love working with seniors. And would love working with people.
In general, yes.
I think it's, for me anyway, it's this population that's a little more vulnerable. For me, it's people that can't leave their homes. And some of them don't have anyone coming in to check up on them, so even just having an extra, having an extra set of eyes to
and in most
see
situations,
things.
we may be the only person they see.
Yeah.
So, did you ever think about dog therapy? I mean, you hear a lot of stories about, seniors.
They do that at nursing homes a lot.
Nursing homes get the opportunity. It depends on the contracts that they have, the permits relating to the risk and responsibilities of having a pet on site. But there is a lot of research that indicates that having a pet will prolong life and reduce cardiovascular issues.
Oh, good. Well, we thank you guys for the services that you guys are providing. It's a special thing. Not everybody can do what you guys can do.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll continue to applaud you. In this day of, or this time of Thanksgiving, we give thanks to you guys. Thank you for your service. Where can we go for more information on what you guys are doing?
You can contact us directly. Our number is 718-536-3225, and it's usually one of us who takes the referrals. So it's direct service.
All right, we're going to be calling you now.
What you see is what you get.
We need help. Especially this time of Thanksgiving. You're right. A lot of people, you don't even have to be a senior. Depression sets in, for one reason or another. You mentioned a couple of them. It gets dark earlier, and maybe people can't do gifts like somebody else can gift, and
And like our programs available for seniors, there's all different types of age categories and programs like ours. If someone is in real need of finding a provider or needing some crisis intervention, to contact LifeNet, 1-800-LifeNet, or to contact 311 directly to be connected to services.
And you're also a part of the Visiting Nurses Services.
So
they do a lot of great work.
Yeah, Visiting Nurse Service of New York.
Visiting Nurse has a lot of contracts for mental health and hygiene.
That's great. All right, give us your website one more time.
It's www.vnsny.org. / community mental health.
All right. Andrea Wang Castaneda. Yes. And Natalie Silva.
Yeah.
We thank you guys so much. We praise you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We'll take a quick break. Yeah, you can give them a big hand, everybody. Give them a big hand. And you at home, we want to take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next. Promise.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments when we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke. I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Protect the ones you love. Spot a stroke fast.
And welcome back. Mercy College held an event to honor people, past and present, who have made a difference in its institution. Arlene Makoko has the story.
Their contributions to the Bronx's Mercy College are significant. Randall Berman is CEO for Continental Food and Beverage, Inc., the exclusive bottler for brand Inca Cola. He received the Leadership Award for Humanitarian Service for a trip he sponsors to the Dominican Republic to serve communities with little to no access to health care.
This past year, we were able to provide basic health exams for over 1,200 children and pregnant women during our mission. And thank you to Mercy College and the PA students in the program that came down and joined us. Really made this such a successful trip this year.
And receiving a leadership award for business development, Frank Greco, general manager at Fordham Toyota, already is working to provide students from BCC and Hostos training for automotive careers, and he's looking to do the same at Mercy.
We have within our dealership and our company, we do have educational advisements that we've put together, and we're hoping that Mercy is a big part of it.
The Bronx County Historical Society's Angel Hernandez received the Leadership Award for Community Partnership. Among other projects, Hernandez has been key in securing funding to upgrade Poe Cottage, the famed 19th century writer Edgar Allan Poe's last residence on Kingsbridge Road.
We've done a lot of programs with Mercy College, our lectures, walking tours with them as well.
For Mercy College to open up their doors for me, it was handheld. They held my hand along the way. And I had 2 small babies. I was a single mother at the time.
She's winner of the Leadership Award for Alumni Achievement. Lucinda Cross, who received the 2014 Lifetime Achievement Award from President Barack Obama, is CEO of Activate Worldwide and founder of Activate Your Life with more than 30,000 members globally, credits Mercy College.
Put it in Essence magazine. I said it on the Today Show. I walked across the stage with Dr. Oz, and it's Mercy College is how I had my start.
Mercy has been in the Bronx, educating citizens of the Bronx for a long time. We're very happy to be there. One of the things we're trying to do is to create both access and success.
College President Dr. Timothy Hall has been credited not only for bringing in corporate partners, but also working to see that future students like Cross achieve.
It's not good enough anymore for students to be able to just get through the front door. We want them to get across the graduation stage with a degree.
While the college is recognizing leaders here tonight, they are getting recognized by the guests who credit them for their work in opening up pathways for success for students in Bronx County and in Westchester. For BronxNet, this is Arlene Makoko.
Our next guest is the founder of Sweetwater Dance and Yoga. It's a beautiful studio, and it's here in the Bronx, right in the community, and here to talk about how yoga can help with stress. The upcoming, with the holidays and everything. We spoke about it earlier with the holidays around. We have Yosara Trujillo.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
let me say it. Yosara Trujillo.
That's right.
Yosara Trujillo.
Thank you.
All right, so you were inspired to start the Sweetwater Dance and Yoga Company.
I was.
How did you get involved?
So, just the short and dirty. I graduated law school in 2011, pregnant with my first son, who's here today.
Yeah,
and
you had a lot going on.
I had a lot going on. So after I came home and gave birth to my son, I was trying to get my brain ready for studying for the bar. And I did that with yoga. I decided I had like extra space and extra office space, so I decided that I would have a yoga instructor come in, and I wound up kind of starting just a little yoga studio impromptu, and it kicked off. I was right by the courts, I was in my community, and judges and magistrates kind of found out about us. They started coming in and telling us how great it would be to have a yoga studio in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And, the seed just grew from there, and serendipity had what it had, and things just rolled out. And 2 years later, we opened up Sweetwater Dance and Yoga.
There you go. I had a crazy day in court. Let me go over and do some dance and burn up some energy and get my yoga on.
That's right. So there's a lot of stress just in that area in general. All the Bronx courts are there, the Hall of Justice. We are in the Bronx everywhere, right? We're very hardworking people. Everybody's on the proverbial hustle. Yeah. And it's important for us to connect with wellness. Part of our mission at Sweetwater is to kind of make wellness mundane. We want to disrupt the assumption that wellness belongs to the wealthy or privileged or even the slim. If you're breathing, if you eat and wake up and live every day, wellness is yours, and it's something that should be very mundane and should become part of our lives.
Yeah. All right, how does it start? What do we do?
You do with deciding that you want to feel.
I'm coming out of some chaotic crap, and I want to just bump it down. What do I do?
You go to your body, you bring it down to the basics, you breathe, you take a quick walk and clear your head and don't think about anything but this breath coming into your body, this breath that you're feeling. take more time for yourself. Go to your local yoga studio.
Yeah, because you need an instructor.
You
because
do.
a lot of people hear about yoga
That's
and they say,
right.
well, what, you know.
Right. For
do
the
I get
most
the
part.
custard or do I get the Columbia?
That's right.
So they want to know more about it.
It has felt inaccessible to our community for a long time, mostly because it's been made part of, commodity.
Yeah.
But no, you go to a local yoga studio, you find yourself a yoga class. I would always suggest, if it's your first time starting out with a hatha class, it's a nice basic hatha class, H-A-T-H-A.
Yes.
It's basically your basic, most traditional fundamental yoga. It's not going too fast. It's not doing anything crazy. It's a wonderful way for you to start. And what it's going to do is it's going to create space between where you're at and what's happening in the outside world, and create a little bit of space between you and your reactions. And that's going to allow you to take a breather, to make better decisions, to give yourself some mindfulness. Like, that's the catchphrase right now that everybody's talking about, is mindfulness.
Yeah.
And mindfulness is key.
What's the significance of praying and yoga? How does that mix?
So yoga is, the definition of it in Sanskrit is, right, the union of body and mind. And any time that you take a moment to breathe, it unifies your body and mind. If you're paying attention to your breath, you've unified your body and your mind. Prayer is just another way that people use that mindfulness, use that moment to connect to something higher, whatever that higher thing is for them. For some it's God, for some it's the universe, for whatever it is, right?
So yours is a Om Sweetwater dance in yoga. Omi, like homie.
Yeah, so we're from
What's
the
up,
Bronx.
Omi?
What's up, homie? And we call ourselves Omis.
Omi.
We like to bring together the concept of being a vehicle or a medium for peace and for mindfulness and wellness, and still honoring our Bronx history. In fact, we do that a lot. A lot of our classes make sure that we tip our hat to Bronx history, which includes hip hop, includes salsa. They both feature very prominently on our schedule. And we like to incorporate it in every way we can. We like to prop the Bronx in every way we can.
But there's a sound that goes along with the Omi and
Omi,
homie.
yes. So in yoga, you om.
You om.
You om.
You better
You
om
say
up.
om, right?
So you got to put your hands together.
That's right. And you breathe. Om.
I have just become an Omi.
And it does something. It's a very important sound, and actually has a physical vibration and a physical impact on us.
Taking in air and letting the air out, and that feeling that comes with the
There's something to it. There is something to it. You should come check it out.
Some vibration going
That's
along with it too.
right. That's right. This is not, it's not a mental thing. That's the beautiful thing about yoga, is that it brings it down to everyone. It doesn't matter what you're intellectually capable of accessing.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the physical experience. It's about creating mindfulness for yourself and self-care and experiencing yourself from this body.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And it's a good feeling, right?
It is a good feeling, and we deserve that good feeling here in the Bronx. We're hardworking people. We deal with a lot.
How does it get rid of stress?
It does everything for stress. So some people are different. Some people need a very relaxing meditative type experience, a slow moving experience. Some people need a super intense, Zumba level class in order to de-stress.
Mm-hmm.
But all of it is, the point is to basically give your body what it needs. And some of our bodies need a Zenful yoga class, a meditation, some even need a restorative type class, whereas other people need something a lot more intense to get to the same place. So the idea is to find what makes you feel different, makes you feel more centered. Find that place where you can make better decisions for yourself and move better. And that's going to go a long way towards giving you better holiday season. The holiday seasons are intrinsically stressful, where we've got timelines, we've got turkeys to cook, we've got food to make, we've got family coming in. We've got family to be with that we don't always, that we're not used to being with.
Yeah.
So family dynamics, right? And taking a moment for mindfulness, taking a break from it, or at least learning how to just take a breath and go within is going to make a
As
difference
Steve
for
Harvey
you.
says, get your mind right.
Get your mind right.
Not only that, mind, body, and soul.
Absolutely.
In preparation for life.
Absolutely, and for the holidays, you want to enjoy your family, and that means taking care of you.
You have a little bodyguard with you?
I do have a little bodyguard with me.
Prasad, how are you?
Oh, he's being shy.
That's your
okay.
5-year-old.
He's my 5-year-old.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's a permanent fixture at the studio, and anytime you want, he will be there to, you know.
He's your Omi.
He's my Omi, my number one Omi.
All right, thank you so much.
My
Give her a big round of applause,
pleasure.
everybody.
Thank you.
Yosara Trujillo.
Thank you.
All right, I got it right?
Yeah, you did.
All right, founder and head Omi Sweetwater Dance and Yoga. All right, that's about all for now. A group of artists in the Bronx, they held an event to quit. They're going to quilt. They're doing some serious work. They're going to quilt and promote health and happiness. Let's take a look at this. This will probably help out too.
Betty and Patricia, who are great friends and share love for quilting, decided to host a workshop teaching the community the basics of the art.
We're part of Guilds Downtown, and they do some beautiful quilting work downtown. And we said, well, let's bring some things uptown, okay? Because we know that many people have been doing quilting here for a long time, but some people have gotten away from it. They think that you have to go to a store and purchase expensive things in order to do this, but you don't.
Yeah, because it's traditional and it's part of our culture and it needs to be brought back into the mainstream.
When they came up to me and told me that they wanted to bring what they were doing in Harlem to the Bronx, I thought it was an awesome idea. And what I do for Parks and Recreation is basically create free cultural opportunities for the public.
Before the workshop began, attendees were able to get inspiration from the display of quilts made by men and women like them who decided to make quilting a hobby. Tina Parth, the instructor for the workshop, says that no one should be intimidated, but to take it as a fun activity.
Do those people look stressed? It's not. It's easy. It's fun, it's portable, it's cheap, and it's just good all around. And then you get something nice out of it, too.
Because there isn't a lot of sewing and handicrafts, and it'd be nice, and it brings people together.
I've come to the Parks and Recreation gym to go to work out and to go into the computer room, and all of a sudden these people just grabbed me, pulled me into this room, and this is fun. See? See? I used to do it as a child. This is fun. It's bringing back old memories, and quilting is really fun.
St. James Recreation Park has family events year-round. To stay updated, just log on to nycgovparks.org. For BronxNet, I'm Veronica Guiti.
And thanks so much. Welcome back, everybody, to Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like to thank our guests for joining us and you, our viewer, for tuning in and checking it all out. If you missed any part of today's show, well, you can tune into the recablecast of Open at 5 and 10 p.m. or watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org, or you can catch an all-new episode Wednesday at 10 a.m. with our host, Darren Jaime. Michael Max Nobby, the executive director of BronxNet, is in the house. Give him a big round of applause, everybody. Thank you so much, all of our people here working behind the scenes and everything. Thank you. Helen, thank you so much, and happy Thanksgiving, but we'll be talking more. Always remember this: what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice and let your choice control the chooser of the Dr. Bob Lee. Catch you on the radio on BLS. Peace.
Thank you.